Hi, my name is Sarina Baptista. Thank you so very much for being here. This is a bridge to healing, bridging this world and the next on the Ascension TV network. I am so excited because we get to talk about things here that you do not usually hear out in what I call 3D land. They don't talk about so many spiritual things in the daily conversations you might have with your banker or with your neighbor. Maybe you do, which is absolutely awesome. But here on Ascension TV, we get to talk about anything. We get to talk about that spiritual side of who we are. Today, we're talking about the higher self. I was introduced to the higher self many years ago, and it was in the context of doing healing work, some inner healing work that I needed to do. And I was told that I needed to connect with my higher self and ask my higher self for assistance in getting the healing work done. And I did that. It was great. And I loved meeting my higher self, getting to know that energy. Today, we're doing something different. We're going to connect with our higher selves. We're going to talk with our higher selves. It's not so much healing that is involved, but connection, communication, and identification. I want you to know who you are on the other side. So, before we connect with the higher self, let's talk a little bit about that energy. So the higher self is you, it's who you are in spirit. There was a beautiful book that I read shortly after JT left. It's called Journey of Souls, and it is by Dr. Michael Newton. And I read that book on a trip very shortly after JT passed in March 2007. And as I was reading, I had all of these aha moments, all of these bright, bright lights that were shining for me, saying, yes, this is it. This is what you need to know. What he was talking about in that book were life between life regressions. Life between life regression is when you are regressed by a professional regression therapist who takes you to that in between state. Now, that in between state of energy is an amazing place. It's where we choose our lifetimes, it's where we choose our lessons, our contracts, all of that. It is also where we choose how much energy we want to bring in to this lifetime. That was a new concept for me because I didn't realize that most of our energy is still in spirit. Most of us is there. According to Dr. Newton's book, we only bring in about 15% of who we are into these lives. And again, that resonated with me because I have such a strong connection with the other side, with my higher self. And in learning a little bit more about that and connecting with that energy, wow, it's immense. It is huge and powerful. That's me. That's who I am on the other side. Now, think about that for a moment that who you are here is just a fraction of who you truly are. And that's not to downplay this incarnation, what you chose, the identity of who you are. It does not diminish that at all. What it does say, though, is that you have a huge resource on the other side who knows you, who knows what you're trying to accomplish here. That energy asked you to accomplish that. That energy asked you for these lessons, to complete these lessons, to do this contract. Your higher self wants to learn, wants to experience. But more than that, your higher self is you. And what does that even mean? Well, that means that you can connect with your higher self and get answers about what you're doing here, why you're here, who you are on the other side, other lifetimes that you've had and why. Why has that higher self chosen that lifetime? Why has that higher self chosen this lifetime? The information that you can receive is unbelievable and infinite. You can ask your higher self any question. Now, that doesn't mean, just like with guides, I ask my guides all the time, give me information about this, give me information about that. What's for my highest good here? But I don't ask for lottery numbers. I don't ask, what my future holds other than which direction do I need to go? Am I going in the right direction? And do I need to change path at all? Do I need to do anything else to help me get to my goal? Because that's really why we're here, is for our goals. It's for, again, the lessons and the contracts. We talked about that a little bit before in a different video, but basically, the lesson is something that your soul wants to learn, and it is finite. In other words, it's a lesson that can be completed and put away. And I love those lessons because it means that I won't feel stuck in it. And if I do feel stuck in that lesson, that's on me because I am not learning the lesson. Lessons can be learned. Now, contracts are a little bit different. A contract is something that your higher self has asked you to do for endurance. So the contract for me in this lifetime was to have JT leave, to have him leave at 7 years old. That was a contract. That was not going to be going anywhere. That was going to happen regardless of anything that I did or didn't do. That was going to happen. That is a contract. Lessons we can change. We can change lessons. We can complete lessons. We can start new lessons. We can shift lessons. I love that about lessons. So it's one of those things that you can talk with your higher self about. What lesson do you want me to do here? What lesson can I complete? Is this a lesson or is this a contract? When you can find out whether something is a lesson or a contract, then you know what you need to do. If it's a contract and it's something that you just need to endure, then your higher self will tell you that. Your higher self will let you know this is something that we need to do. You're not going to change it. You can change your response to it. You can change what you do afterward with it, but you're not going to change the actual contract itself. Now, that's not to say that contracts can't be changed because they can. But generally speaking, a contract is a contract. I remember when I was talking with the medium for the very first time, September 2007, just not even 6 months after JT left in March 2007. And she said, they're showing me a contract. And at the time, I was so new to this, I had no idea what she was talking about. She says, "Oh, this is your contract. You're a medium. That's your contract. You are the bridge between this world and the next. That's my contract. So that's what I do. That's who I am. And I'm not going to change that. I have embraced it. Now, can we go through life without accepting contracts? Life gets hard when we do that. The universe has a way of saying, hey, hello, you have agreed to this because we did. And I did explain that in another video also. We did agree to this. I agreed to be here and to have JT leave to awaken me to my true purpose. And that is to be the bridge between this world and the next, to do readings for people, to help them heal, and to teach them how to do this on their own. So again, I am in my contract. I am doing my purpose. But I've had other lessons that have come up. One huge lesson is personal power. A lot of us have lessons in personal power. We just do. And those are lessons that we can complete and put away. Again, thank God we can do that. What you need to do is figure out what is the lesson, What is for my highest good to do this lesson? What do I need to learn from this lesson? And what are the steps to get me out of this lesson? And those are all things that you can talk with your higher self about. When we do the meditation today, you will be able to ask your higher self those questions. You're going to be able to ask your higher self, who are you on the other side? Who am I here? What did you want me to learn here? What was your purpose of coming back? Is there anything else that this incarnation needs to do to complete so that we are complete in our purpose? Oh my gosh, there's so many different questions that you can ask. One of the things that startled me, and I'm going to use that word, was who my higher self was on the other side. We have this idea we are incarnate beings, and I look like this, you look like what you look like. We feel, oh, our higher self is just going to be a bigger version of that. And they're not. My higher self looks very, very different. And as we move into different subjects here on this channel, we are going to dive deeper into who those energies really are. Who's your higher self, really? But your higher self might appear to you, mine appears as this huge golden energy. It's a female with beautiful golden hair, flowing and very vibrant, and just this warmth and love that comes, just emits from the energy. And I really did not associate myself with that. And so it threw me a little bit when I met my higher self in the work that I do. And I had to ask, is this really me? Are you really me? Am I really you? And it was an instant yes. And it feels, you can feel it, you can sense it. This is who you are. And then the other piece to this was, well, okay, then who are you? My higher self, her name is Hope, and she is an ascended master. And a lot of us are ascended masters incarnated. I'm not going to call myself actually an ascended master. That's incorrect. The higher self is the ascended master. We are essences of that. And so there's a lot of different essences of ascended masters on the planet right now. The reason is we need to change things. We need to shift things up. Now, does that mean that I am ascended? And I'm sorry I laugh because no, I'm incarnate. I have baggage. I have junk I'm dealing with still. Does that mean I can get to that space? Of course. We can all get to that space. Everyone who is on the planet right now, right at this very moment, can get to those higher frequencies, can get to that what they call ascension place. And, it's different for everybody. It's a different path for everybody. Hope is an amazing energy, and she has given many incarnations on the planet her essence. And so I'm just one of those souls here who is assisting. There are a lot, and you might hear about that too. You might hear people say, oh, my previous incarnation was Mary Magdalene, or something along those lines. What that means is that energy of Mary Magdalene, that who she was an incarnate being, right? So her higher self has given whoever the person is who is connected, who feels connected to Mary Magdalene, given them the essence. So they feel a part of that. They feel a sense of that. They are a part of that. And remember, too, again, we only bring 15% max usually of the higher self energy in. So there's a lot of other energy that can be given to other incarnations. And that's, again, not to dismiss that connection. The connection between me and Hope is very high frequency. It is something I never dreamed of. But I go to Hope a lot and I say, Hope, what do we need to do here? what did you want me to do here? And you are in the high frequency space. You are in that incredible energy space, one of the creators of this universe. What do you want me to do here? What are we doing here? And she's just such a beautiful energy and helps me in all ways. Every single time I ask a question, she will answer it. Sometimes I do need to rephrase my questions. Sometimes we ask things that they can't answer. And if you receive that, if you get the what I call the crickets, where your higher self is not answering any questions, rephrase the question. It might just be they cannot answer it in the form that you've asked. A lot of questions like that are when? When am I going to blah? When is this going to happen? The other one is about finances. We don't ask about money. We ask about abundance. We ask about prosperity. What can I do to bring more prosperity into my life? What can I do to bring more abundance into my life? Those are questions that we ask. We don't ask, when am I going to hit it rich? Or what do I need to do to make $1 million? Or will my book be a bestseller? Will I make millions on my book? That is not something the higher self needs to answer because that's not part of the gig. That's not part of why we are here. Does it happen? Of course it does. And if it does happen, then it is a planned event. Of course, we're doing our work too. And that's what's really beautiful about this. I do my work. Hope does her work. And it just is the symphony of amazement, the symphony of getting the work done. So if you're meant to be a bestseller, make $1 million on your book, then you will. We don't need to know those details. What we do need to know, though, is what do I need to do to help get this book where it needs to go? And then your higher self will answer that. What do I need to do to get this to where it needs to go? What do I need to do that is for my highest good in this moment? What do I need to do to change path in this moment to get me onto purpose? Those are the kinds of questions that we ask our higher self. And then again, what do you do over there? I ask my higher self that. I ask Hope that all the time. What are you doing? What are you doing today? What do you do? What are you going to do tomorrow? What new projects are you working on? I love to stay connected like that because it feels like I'm home, because when we're here, I don't know about you, but I get a little homesick for my real home. And when I talk to Hope, she is my real home. And so I get to connect into what my higher self is doing to advance the planet, to do whatever. So I love to ask those questions. The other thing we can ask about is how our higher selves want to work with us. Do they want to have us meditate with them? Do they want us to visit them more often? When we go into the meditation, we're going to be using the crystalline grid. Now, the crystalline grid, I use it every single day. I use it in all of my meditations. It is a very high frequency space. That's where my higher self is. That's where the Akashic records are, where our loved ones are. And so, I go to the crystalline grid to talk to my higher self. And that is one of the things that we're going to do today is go to the crystalline grid. Now we have travel guides that are going to help with this. Such amazing energies. They know exactly where to go. They know how to get you there. You don't have to do anything other than be in allowance and give permission. It's not scary. It is very safe. You're protected. You're in your octahedron. And it's a beautiful ride. And the crystalline grid is a beautiful space. I always ask my higher self to take me to a special place in the crystalline grid. And oh my gosh, so beautiful. The colors are so vibrant. And I mean, colors that we don't have here on Earth. And it is just an amazing experience each and every time. So be sure to ask your higher self to do that too. Take me somewhere. After you get to know that energy, get to know them, ask questions, feel who they are, sense into who they are. And, and then you can learn how that relates to your current incarnation. Why did I come here? What am I doing here? I just can't wait for you to experience this. There are so many different ways that you can do this meditation. And I encourage you, and I'll say this again at the end of the meditation, at the end of the lesson here, do it again and again. Use the meditation again and again. And if you need to do it differently, you don't want to use the meditation, that's fine. Just make sure that you've set yourself up for success. I always ground. I always open my crown, connect to the crystalline grid, bring that energy in. Allow it to clear me, clear my frequency using 10 that we did in one of the other sessions, using 10, using the crystalline grid energy, clear my chakras, and then put the octahedron on. Octahedron's very important. That is our travel vehicle. That is where we go to for when we travel to other places. There's going to be a lot of traveling on this channel because I want you to experience the different places in the universe. So, make sure that you are setting yourself up for success. Make sure that you are that you have acceptance that, hey, this is real. I'm really doing this. And allowance. Allow yourself to do the travel. Allow yourself to take the trip. So now we are going to go into the meditation. So I would love for you to just take a nice deep breath. Make sure all cell phones are off. And then when you are ready, come back and we'll finish up. Have a fun trip. This is the meditation to connect with your higher self. In this meditation, you will discover who you are on the other side. We all bring just a portion of our energy into our incarnations. And the rest of our energy stays in spirit. For this meditation to be effective, please turn off all cell phones and make sure you will not be disturbed for at least 30 minutes. And let's begin. We always begin by taking a nice deep cleansing breath, breathing in the beautiful oxygen that is all around you right now. So when you inhale, take a nice big deep inhale. And when you exhale, set the intention to release anything that is not serving you right now. Nice deep breath in, exhale out completely. Find a breathing pattern that works for you. And now we ground ourselves, extending our roots from the bottom of our feet all the way down into the soil beneath us, deeply, deeply rooted. We open the crowns at the tops of our heads. This beautiful crown chakra opens like a beautiful flower. And as the crown chakra opens, you can sense a high frequency column of energy that comes from the crystalline grid. The crystalline grid is an energetic space that surrounds the earth. It is very high frequency and it assists us in reaching those higher frequencies. And it also assists us in understanding so much more about ourselves. That light from the crystalline grid comes down as a column of high frequency energy. And it comes into your crown chakra. It moves into your face and the back of your head, into your neck and your throat. It moves into the shoulders, all the way down the arms, past the elbows, to the hands and the fingers. It's a very high frequency light that cleanses and clears your physical body from head to toe. That light now moves into your torso, all the way down your back, surrounding the large muscles of your back, allowing you to relax. It also surrounds all of your organs, your blood, your bones, everything within you now, surrounded by this beautiful light. The light moves into your hips, down your legs, past your knees, down to the tips of your toes, cleansing, clearing, and brightening your physical energy. And now we use this light to cleanse and clear the chakra system. By clearing our energy prior to meditation, we open ourselves to higher frequency messages. The light from the crystalline grid surrounds the crown chakra at the top of your head. It cleanses it, it clears it, and it opens your crown chakra even more for more connection to the crystalline grid and to the universe. Your crown chakra is cleansed and cleared and open. And now that light from the crystalline grid moves to your third eye, which is also called the brow chakra, located in the center of your forehead. It surrounds your brow chakra, cleansing it, clearing it, and opening up your third eye for sight, so you can clearly see everything you need to see in this meditation. Your third eye chakra is cleansed and cleared and open. And now the light from the crystalline grid moves to the ear chakras. There's one on the left and one on the right. It surrounds both of these chakras, cleansing them, clearing them, and opening up your hearing so that you can hear from your higher self and from any teachers in that higher frequency space. Your ear chakras are cleansed and cleared and open. And now the light from the crystalline grid moves to your throat chakra. It surrounds your throat chakra, cleansing it, clearing it, and opening up your throat for communication. You can clearly communicate with the higher realms today. Your throat chakra is cleansed and cleared and open. And now the light from the crystalline grid moves to the heart chakra, located in the center of your chest. It surrounds your heart chakra, cleansing it, clearing it, and opening up your heart for universal love, that beautiful unconditional love and connection to all that is. Your heart chakra is cleansed and cleared and open. And now that beautiful light from the crystalline grid moves to your solar plexus, located in your stomach area. It surrounds your solar plexus, cleansing it, clearing it, and opening up your power center. The solar plexus is all about personal power. your solar plexus is cleansed and cleared and open. And now the light from the crystalline grid moves down to the sacral chakra just below the solar plexus. It surrounds the sacral chakra, cleansing it, clearing it, and opening up your creativity center. Your sacral chakra is cleansed and cleared and open. And now the light from the crystalline grid moves to your root chakra, located at the base of your spine. It surrounds your root chakra, cleansing it, clearing it, opening up your rooting, connecting you to your grounding and to Mother Earth. Your root chakra is cleansed and cleared and open. And now the light from the crystalline grid cascades down around the outside of your body, cleansing and clearing your aura, your bubble, transmuting anything you might have picked up, anything not yours, not for your highest and purest good. Cleansed and cleared inside and out, we now create our octahedron. The octahedron is a sacred geometrical shape that we create around us to provide a beautiful energy of high frequency and a vehicle so we can travel to the crystalline grid today to meet your higher self. We begin by envisioning roses at each of the points of the octahedron. The first rose to envision is above the crown chakra, just a couple of feet at the purpose chakra. Envision a big, beautiful rose at your purpose chakra now. The next rose to envision is at the earth chakra, which is just a couple of feet below the root. Envision a big, beautiful rose at your earth chakra now. The next rose to envision is in front of you, heart level at the edge of the aura, which is just a couple of feet out. Envision your rose in front of you now. The next rose to envision is behind you, heart level, edge of aura, just a couple of feet out. Envision the rose behind you now. The next rose to envision is to the left, heart level, edge of aura, just a couple of feet out. Envision the rose to the left now. And the final rose to envision is to the right, heart level, edge of aura, just a couple of feet out. Envision your rose to the right now. We have our 6 roses, which are the 6 points of the octahedron. And we connect our roses energetically simply through intention. State in your mind now, my roses are connected. Your roses are connected. You are in your octahedron. This is very high frequency light energy, and it flows with the crystalline grid energy that is already flowing through you and around you. This takes your frequency to a very high place so that you can travel, so that you can experience whatever it is you need to experience today. And today we are taking a trip to the crystalline grid. This is a very simple process. We ask for wonderful travel guides to join us in our octahedrons right now. Invite your travel guide in. State in your mind, travel guide, please come into my octahedron. Your travel guide is with you. Sense into this energy. Sense into the high frequency of this energy. This energy knows exactly what to do, where to go, and how to get you there. This is a very beautiful guide who will take you to the crystalline grid to meet your higher self. Before we take that trip, we prepare ourselves for this meeting, understanding that our higher self might look different, might feel different than what we understand on the planet here. This is energy. And so your higher self might present themselves as something completely different than what we see here in this reality. So keep an open mind and know that you are safe, you are protected, and that this journey is something that you know already how to do. We are just using our travel guides to assist this time. But in the future, you can go to the crystalline grid anytime to meet with teachers, to meet with your higher self again, to meet with other incarnations. This is a very sacred space. So give your travel guide permission right now to take you to the crystalline grid. State in your mind, travel guide, please take me to the crystalline grid so I can meet my higher self. Taking a deep breath, envision you are at the crystalline grid now. Your travel guide has taken you to a beautiful space. You are still in your octahedron. You are still safe and secure. Take a look around. What do you see? What is around you right now in this beautiful energetic space? And now we ask for the higher self to come forward. State in your mind, higher self, please come forward and meet me here in the crystalline grid. And then just be patient. Wait for that energy to appear. It might be a sense that that energy is there. You might actually see the energy. You might hear the energy. However your higher self is presenting to you right now, accept it. Believe it. This is your higher self. And now ask your higher self a question about your life. Something that might be going on right now in your world. Ask your higher self if they can explain what you need to do or what the lesson is. They know you. They are you. Take some time. Ask questions, receive answers, and again, the answers might come in a very different way than what you're expecting. Hear it, feel it, see it, know it, or a combination. Just take your time, and after each question, allow your higher self to answer you. And I will call you back when I am guided to do so. It is time to return to this time and space. Thank your higher self and anyone else who participated in this journey. Make your way back to your octahedron where your travel guide awaits. Your travel guide brings you back to your body, back to your room. All of your consciousness is back now. Take a nice deep breath. Ground. When you are ready, open your eyes and journal your experience. Hey, welcome back. How was that? Was that amazing or what? Were you surprised? Were you shocked? Did you feel it? Did you feel this is who you are? This is part of you. I just love that about meeting up with Hope is because I don't feel alone. I know there's this energy on the other side in that etheric space. Who is me, who is guiding me, helping me, and who will never leave me. I am never alone. Yes, I have JT. Yes, I have my guides, but I have hope. I have hope, and she is always there. Your higher self will always be there. So now, again, if you haven't written everything down, please take a few moments after we end this lesson to write everything down. Ask your higher self to come back. Maybe not in the meditation. See if you can connect with them when you are not in that meditative state. I am at the point now where I can do that. I can ask for Hope to come in anytime I need to talk with her. And she is right here and able to speak. So, try that too. But most of all, understand who you are. You are an immense soul. You have a huge higher self, huge energy on the other side who wants you to succeed. And you will succeed. Just follow the guidance, follow all of the lessons that you need to experience, and enjoy the ride. You know, we're here. We've asked to be incarnate. We've asked to be in these bodies. Enjoy the ride, even if it gets crazy. Enjoy. I hope that you come back and I hope that we continue to work together on this channel, Bridge to Healing, bridging this world and the next. And I'll see you next time.